Hi, this is Ambritt from Louisville Public Library. Today we're going to be doing some crafting, but I wanted to let you know we're going to have a grab bag the first Monday of every month. It's going to be related to the craft. There'll be supplies in there for you, and it will correspond with that Saturday's video. So this will be once a month, the first Monday of the month. Also, if you could leave a comment, we'd really appreciate it. It truly helps the library. Just let us know how many people are watching at home and if there's anything else you'd like me to do in the crafting videos or different crafts you'd like to see. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so today we're going to be making this super easy pastel art. You can do this with chalk pastels, oil pastels. You could even use crayons, colored pencils. You don't have to use pastels if you don't have them. But this is really easy and it makes a really cool effect. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so to get started, you're going to need 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This is the thin cardstock that will work better than just, the lightweight paper. We'll need a pencil and then something circular for tracing. It could be anything. This is an embroidery hoop. Just something that takes up a good portion of your sheet of paper. And then you will need some oil pastels, or again, if you don't have pastels, you could just use crayons or colored pencils. But we're using oil pastels today. You can get these at craft stores and online. There are very fancy, expensive ones, but you can get relatively inexpensive ones. So they just look like that. Look a lot like crayons if you've never seen them before. So for this one, I used about 6 colors to make this. You don't have to do any kind of set amount of colors or certain shades. I'm actually going to do some different shades today, so I will show you that. But yeah, I used about 6 different colors, and then I used white for blending, so 7 in total. And then you will need some markers. This is just for making your words. If you choose to do that, you don't have to, but I think it was just an extra fun little touch. So take your embroidery hoop, whatever you have to trace, and then put it in the middle of your paper. Now take your pencil and just lightly trace. Just go around. Okay, so now you have your circle. So we can set these aside for now. I have already pre-chosen some colors here. So I have a bright yellow, and then I have this dark kind of foresty green, kind of mossy green, a light mid-tone gray. It's very like peachy pastel shade. And then this kind of bright red shade, nice light minty shade, and a very kind of light, this is I don't know, like a pinky lavender. Okay, so for this, I used the gray to outline the mountains first, and then I put this kind of bright pink, and then the yellow all through the bottom. Then over here, these kind of smaller mountains, I used a little bit of green and then some blue, and then for the sky I just used some light blue and then this kind of like tan shade, and then of course I used white for kind of like the shading part. So I'm going to try to make this look as similar as I can to this one that I've already made, but it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just going to be sketching out the mountains. So I just using a pencil, because you can erase if you make a mistake. I just kind of did some peaks of different sizes. So again, just kind of follow. So I'm just going to sketch out one peak. And then I'm going to make another one and make it smaller. And then I'm going to do another kind of bigger one. And again, if you make a mistake, go ahead and just use your eraser and it's no big deal. It does not have to look perfect. So this one looks pretty different, but I'm going for, you know, just mountains. So there's that one again. All right, so now figure out what shade you want to outline your peaks first. I'm gonna use gray, which is what I also used on that one. And then just take your pastels and kind of light strokes. Just follow that line that you've made with your pencil. You don't want to, with pastels, kind of go like it's a crayon and just go all around. You want like short, you know, strokes. You can see it a lot better now that I've made it darker with that dark gray or mid-tone gray. So we're just following what we've made again with our pencil, those lines. And then you can either take your white pastel or your fingers and just kind of start smoothing this out a little bit just with your fingers. So it's making kind of like a hazy look to it. And when you're doing this, kind of pull down, so towards you versus going up, because if you go up, you're gonna go into your skyline. You're gonna smear that gray up to the sky, and you don't want that. So that's what it's looking like. So then I'm going to take a little bit of gray and then some of the white. So then just start doing, again, just some short, light just strokes with your pastel. So I have made just a couple lines here and there. I'm just, again, short strokes. So like on here, on this side, just one light stroke, just keep repeating. Just bringing that color down a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to repeat the process of just kind of smoothing this out. Kind of rotate between using my fingers and then using this white shade to smooth out what I've made. And if you go kind of upwards, you can go upwards, you just don't want to go up past your mountain, so you kind of keep your finger in the mountain, if that makes sense. But if otherwise, go down. Okay, so again, that is what it's looking like. You can see it's very like hazy and blended. And when you're using things like this, you know, there's a process to it. Kind of just, you know, take your time, go back, blend some more. If things, you know, aren't really looking how you want them to, you can always keep blending and don't worry too much about it looking perfect, because it's not where we're going for. We're just going for something that's our own and that's just, you know, for fun. So now I need to decide, going to do, I think, this red where I had this kind of pinky, dark pinky red shade here. So that's going to be the next color after the gray. We're going to be blending those two shades together. So take your pastel, and again, we're just doing short strokes. See, I've started creating some red there. So again, we're just repeating the process that we did with the gray, now with the red. So let me just take a quick break and we'll be right back and we will move on to some more shades. Okay, we're back. So I have since started blending a lot of that red and then added more red. And then I started adding some of that dark green. So now, I'm going to take this, this white that I have here. I'm just going to clean it off on a paper towel. You will want to have like a towel or paper towels nearby you, just in case you are using pastels. If you're using colored pencils or crayons, you won't need any. So now I'm just going to continue to blend these shades together. So I'm just going over that red, just all over where it blends into the gray, and then just where the red is on its own in the middle. And I'm just going over that. It's hard not to want to just color it, but try to remember to kind of just do strokes and then just like small sections and parts. Can see, I have just blended these three, and then I started blending that green there, just downward. We're just blending these shades together. So I'm going to show you a close-up of what I'm doing here to blend, and then we will finish this up and add our rest of our colors. Okay, so as you can see, I have started my sky here. I finished the bottom. I just did yellow short strokes all over until you could not see a lot of white space, and then I just blended with mostly with my fingers and then a little bit with the white. So now at the top I'm using this kind of minty green close to the mountains, and then this light pinky shade just all around. So take your colors. So again, I'm going to do this pastel green closer to the mountains. So just in short strokes, as close as you can get to those mountain peaks, without going too over the color that's already there. And then kind of rotate to your pastel pinky shade. Just doing short strokes all around. Going kind of into the green that's down there, and then just where that light is. And I'm going to take some more green and go over these spots where I've got some pink going. And then I'm going to start blending with my fingers here. And then just add more color kind of as you go. And then blend some more. And take some of the white. Just go over some spots. Make it look very hazy and blended. And just wipe off your white as you go if you need to. Just doing quick strokes, short as I can, trying not to actually color. So now I'm just going to clean away some of those little pieces. And then just double check and make sure there's nothing kind of left unblended that you want to blend. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. Just going to wipe my fingers off a little bit. Okay, so now I will show you. So that's what that one looks like. You can see the comparison here. So now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to write same thing that I wrote on that one. I'm going to do this one this time, I think, with, I think do green. So you could just use the marker, but I'm going to use the pencil first just in case I make any mistakes. So we're just writing Chasing Mountains. So I'm going to do it similar to the way I did that one, just in the corners. Doing it in pencil just ensures that you don't make any mistakes. If you do it in marker, you can't really fix it. So I've just penciled that corners. And I'm just going to go over it with my marker. Okay. And just tracing along. So there's that one. So now you could frame this if you wanted, or just, you know, leave it as it is, put it somewhere. So I really hope you enjoyed, and if you remake this, I would love to see pictures. You could share it with us on our Facebook page. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Thanks for watching our video today. Join us again next week and every week on Saturdays for a crafting video. Also, again, there'll be a grab bag once a month on Mondays, the first Monday of the month, corresponding with that Saturday's craft. Again, please leave us a comment in this video. We'd really appreciate it. It helps us a bunch. And don't forget to stay safe out there.